Hey guys, it's Zeffy. I'm sorry I've been MIA for a long time. Life got out of control for a little while. Partially, I don't want to say due to my own choices, like they were bad, but just, certain things in my life kind of took hold and it wasn't all in my own control. So, I'm back. Yeah, so I know I left off with the 77 questions community witchy tag. So I did like part 1 and there's like 4 parts of that. So I'm going to continue on with part 2. Again, this was broken down, at least the bits, what questions were in what section, from Ms. Mirth and Reverence. Annie is awesome. I love her to pieces. So we're just going to go off with that. So I have things on my phone. Let's roll. Number 17. What are your feelings on raising kids in the craft? I'm going to keep it short. I do have a video on the Starting Out Solitary channel about this topic. I'll link that down below. But basically, I will not totally raise my kids in it. It's their choice. I feel like religion and spirituality is such a personal thing. While you... Something in my eye. While you do... your parents do definitely have an influence, and the way you're brought up has an influence. I can definitely say that I still have an influence, from my Catholic upbringing in my own practice. But I would never force my children to anything, and I'd be very time sensitive into what they are able to register in their minds, and what makes sense and what they know. I don't want to say not to repeat, but how to properly repeat it. Because I was the kid who, true story, when I was 5, you are taught that, tobacco and alcohol are drugs because we don't know what pot is. We don't know what, or not that even the pot's a drug, but that, marijuana is not even a drug. But we don't know what meth is. We don't know what heroin is. We don't know acid and all this stuff. We don't know what any of that is. But you know that alcohol and, tobacco products are not so good. So I caught my dad, I don't want to say caught, saw my dad smoking a cigar when I was 5, went into kindergarten the next day and said that my daddy does drugs. So I don't need my kid telling that everyone that mommy's a witch. No. If you were a goddess or god, who would you be? Honestly, I don't know. I'm not super into gods and goddesses in the pantheon and the pantheons and stuff like that. It's just not my thing now. Am I starting to get into it? Yes. Can I definitively answer that question? No. Do you use astrology in your practice? In what ways? In my practice, no. In my everyday life, yes. I find other people's charts amusing, and I feel like it helps me get to know them better, and I'm not gonna... I'd be lying if I said that I was interested in someone I didn't look at what their sign was, or at least their sun sign. But doesn't totally turn me off to someone if they clash, but I use my knowledge of people's signs to my advantage. What, if any, ways could you practice dark magic and still respect the beliefs of Wicca? Well, it's really cool when you don't consider yourself a straight-up Wiccan. I am eclectic. I have some days where I'm, like, super Wiccan, and some days that I am, like, super, like, into hoodoo and voodoo, and it's really just a balancing act. I guess my beliefs in being able to practice dark magic, and to be able to still respect what's going on, I realize that, everything's going to come back to me 3 times. So if I say that and I can respect it, you take that risk. Not even a risk, because you know it's going to happen. You don't know what exactly is going to happen, but it's coming back to you. I go for it. Do you have any witches in your family? Straight up witches? No. Has stuff happened in my family? Yes. It's more along lines of superstition and continuously acting on superstition. We're Italians, it happens. What is your favorite Sabbath or time of year ritual? Samhain. I love Samhain. I love Samhain. I've always loved Halloween. It's always been my favorite holiday. So now having more interest in it and having more ways to back up the holiday, it's great. And I am able to separate Halloween, the mundane holiday, from Samhain, the pagan holiday. Have you ever had a YouTube burnout? Yes, multiple times. I have started to do, or I had started multiple accounts in relation to makeup and beauty, but I can teach in real life. Just on video doesn't exactly translate well, so I don't know if you want to say burned out, gave up, quit, realized that it's not my thing. It's happened. What is your favorite witch shop, and do they have an online store? I don't want to give out exactly where I live, so I won't see anything on the store itself, but I will post the link down below to my favorite online store. It's onlinewiccansupplies.com. When buying witchy items, do they choose you or do you choose them? Yes. I will buy things because I like them, but when it comes to certain tools, they have to call to me. For instance, I have been on this path for about 2.5 years now, and just now got my first pendulum. I just now finally got a pendulum. One of the first tools of divination that I ever got since actually officially starting my path, beyond my deck of tarot cards, my Rider-Waite deck, was, actually I'm looking at it right now, it's my, some of my crystal balls sitting up there. That's kind of heavy stuff to look into. Just now got, and because it spoke to me, but, literally the way I described, people are so surprised I never picked up a pendulum, which is probably the first form of divination that people look for, or go towards, because it's the easiest. I would look at them in the shops near me. I'm like, oh, that's cool, that's pretty, that's nice, I like that one. Picked up this one, and I was like, I need you. I need this. This is the thing you need to be in my life. So I got it. How do you organize your herbs and ingredients? They're all sitting in a drawer in my dresser. My herbs specifically are in little, like, gram-sized baggies, because that's just how they're sold. Or where I get them, that's the quantity I get them in. And they're all sitting in a makeup bag. Like, they're all labeled what they are in the baggie, and they're just in a makeup bag because I'm currently working on a more efficient way to organize them to where I can know what I'm looking for and grab it. But right now, that's where we're working with. Do you have interest in other deities that you don't work with? If so, which ones? Well, when you don't work with any specific deity, it's pretty easy. I work with a lot of Catholic saints. I work with a lot of, I work with a few certain apparitions of the Virgin Mary. I work with God and Goddess energy, and I'm starting to work with animals. I really do think, again, it boils into the idea that if I get more into certain pantheons and start learning more about mythology, it'll be a little easier for me to work with. If you could pick a certain witchcraft tradition that fits your practice most, what would it be? Druid, eclectic, Wicca, etc. Oh god. Oh. Today the answer is hoodoo. Today the answer is hoodoo. Tomorrow it'll be Wicca. But today the answer is hoodoo. What was the most creative spell you've ever done? What did you use? Creative, I don't even know if I consider creative. I will put certain energy into my food while I cook it. If I'm trying to make for other people. Let's go with that. What do you prefer for divination? Tarot, oracle, runes, etc. and why? For other people, tarot. If I'm looking for things that I feel I can't come through with a tarot deck, I will go to my crystal balls. And which ball I go to depends on what it is, because I have one that I feel like works really well for understanding traumas and why people are the way they are. I have, because that's the circumstance in which I bought it. I have one that is really good for pretty much getting anything, and then I have one that I go to for the deep stuff. Ooh. What are some ways you keep yourself grounded? If they talk about grounding itself, it really, meditating. I do a lot of meditating, and I do a lot of walking around in nature if I can help it. I'm very thankful that there are hiking trails and forests near my house and along a river. Ooh, my phone keeps wanting to turn around. Have you ever had a spell go horribly wrong? No. No. What are your opinions on initiation rituals? So, I don't think you need an initiation ritual. If you are part of a coven, I feel like that is a good thing because they're very formal and they're very structured, and it's a good little ceremony. Some people like doing that on their own. For some people, I think it's okay for you to just having that you need one, because sometimes you don't realize what path you're on, and it's just like it's a mental process, and one day you realize, hey, I think this is what I've turned into. I think this is what I've slowly transformed into without consciously realizing or making that decision. Some people can do a quick little by their own ceremony, dedicating themselves. If that's your thing, cool. If not, I don't care. I really don't give a rat's ass. If my thing wants to stop, like, it'll hold her page and I have to, like, reflip it around to pull up the questions in the description box. It's pain in the butt. Oh, I missed a few. Holy smokes. Do you have any interest? Do you have a favorite time of day to do spell work? If so, why? It really just depends on when I'm free. With my schedule, I serve, I work weird hours sometimes, and whenever I can get it done, I'm gonna get it done. Are you solitary or do you work with a coven? I work with a coven. No, I don't work with a coven. What am I saying? I do not work with a coven. I am totally solitary. Right, there we go. I did miss those. Have you ever had full contact with your deity? If so, what happened? Well, when you don't have a deity you're specifically devoted to or work with almost exclusively, no. What about you is unwitchy? Unwitchy about me. I love country music. I love country music. My nails are totally sparkly. I love sparkly shit. I'm obsessed with makeup. Disney is my biggest passion in the world. I don't have funky colored hair and piercings and tattoos. I don't look super goth. I'm not a super hippie. I'm not walking around, look at my stones. I don't smoke. You'll never see me touch marijuana. Not my thing. I'm not interested. It's a typical pagan thing I think I find. I don't know. I'm me. For the dating witch, how do you tell new love interests that you are a witch? Working on it. I never really had to straight up come out and tell anyone. They kind of figured it out, or it didn't last long enough for me to get into it, or I wasn't serious enough about the path to even bring it up. I'm working on that now. It's just I'll let you know when I find out. Once I figure this out, that might actually end up having to be a video topic. Who is a past witch that has inspired you, famous or not? Ooh, past witch. Famous or not? Marie Laveau. There's a woman in my past, my family, I can't get into much, but I can tell you her name was Zeffie. That's where I get my name. That's where I get my magical name. There's her, there's Zeffie, Gerald Gardner, maybe? I like reading his... Scott Cunningham. Definitely Scott Cunningham. I love reading his stuff. Branching into fictional. We're gonna look at Madame Zeroni, the gypsy fortune teller, root work lady from the movie and book, both entitled Holes. Oh my gosh, what's her name? Elphaba. Elphaba from The Wizard of Oz, which turned into the Wicked Witch of the West. No, Elphaba's from Wicked, who turned into the Wicked Witch of the West from The Wizard of Oz itself. So, looking down my phone, I'm really tired and I should go to bed because I have work in the morning and it is late. So, yeah, there's your part 2. Again, sorry it took me forever to do this. I'm still getting the hang of filming and whatnot. But you can catch me now. This is new news. You can catch me now every Monday on Starting Out Solitary. I'm no longer a sub-host. I'm a regular host. You can catch me on Mondays. I'll leave the link to that down below. I'd love to see you subscribed on there as well as on here. But yeah, so until we get another round of sub-hosts, because we had to switch things around a bit, we don't have a sub-host, so you get to, or a sub-week, should I say, so you see me every Monday there. And I'm super excited, and hopefully being on every Monday there will get me in the mood and get me reminded to be posting on here more regularly as well. So until then, I can't wait to see you guys and talk to you again more. Toodles!